What's up, Black family? It's West Coast Wolf hollering at you today. I want to talk about the Nia Wilson murder. Shout out to the family. Our prayers and blessings are upon you. We hope that you can get by this and be strong. But I do want to say something to the black community. Are you telling me that there was no men on that BART train? Are you trying to tell me that nobody witnessed this murder? Are you telling me that in this particular moment at MacArthur Bar, which is always busy, even on a late night, people coming in and coming out? I just watched a video of the interview of her sister, the surviving attack victim who got stabbed. He came from behind. I watched the news report also where he got on the same station in Concord with them. He got on with them in Concord. Came from a family function. She said that she was letting somebody with a stroller out of the BART. People would let people out of the BART, then they were entering the BART. Okay, so as they were going in, another lady with the stroller apparently was in there who's pushing back to let them in. That tells me there's people in the BART, on the BART train, that particular car. There's people in that particular car, and a significant amount of people were in there. So the guy came in behind and stabbed Nia in the throat and probably in her body. Then he hit her sister. There was three sisters. There's one sister that was already on the train. Now, I don't know if she's on the train, meaning that particular car or another car. I'm assuming she'd be on the same car. So what happened was he stabbed them. And then, after he stabbed the sisters, she said she looked back and he's wiping his knife off. And he's just looking at him. That tells me this person is like, what you gonna do? And he had that type of time before he left and fled the scene. They also say that BART was on the scene. Another report, police was already there. BART police was on the scene. They probably was downstairs or whatever. How the hell did this dude get away? So, I have a question for the brothers. These sisters out here. Let me talk to you for a minute, sisters. The white supremacists of this country have given power to sisters to make money, income, housing, above the black man, right? Some sisters, not all, some sisters feel they don't need a black man no more. But I'm going to tell you something. The black mature man, this black strong man is hard to find. I'm not talking about the thug guy who in the street, he going to be hardcore family. Yeah, some tough guys in the street, I get it. But they're not family men either. You got to be tough and strong for the family. It's a difference. I'm talking about somebody thugging who in the street doing his thing, he hustling or whatever. He doing that. Sisters, you got to start aligning yourself with real men who are also strong, but also intelligent and family-based, family-orientated. The cat in the street is not like that. He want to have sex. He want to hit it and quit it, leave you with kids and whatnot, because he ain't had no home training. He ain't had no father in his life that's going to be a strong man and show you how to be mature and take care of the kids. So message to the sisters is this. You guys got to start aligning yourself with real brothers. I made a video earlier. Somebody didn't like it. Oh, well. But the reality is this. You got to align yourself with strong men who can protect you, who can also assist you with things that you may need, have done with your children, help you with that. They got real brothers out here. I'm not talking about some dude who just want to have sex with you and bounce. Don't align yourself with them cats. Fuck boys. I ain't talking about fuck boys. I'm talking about brothers in the community who want to help and want to help you support, help you raise kids to a decent degree to where they can be socially and conscious and balanced emotionally. You see, when a man's out of the home, the security level is down for men and women, and there's not a balance to keep the family disciplined. When a mom's in the house, it's all emotional and love. We need love and nurturing, but it's also emotional element. And you got to have a balance. So what I'm saying to these sisters is this. Find brothers that you can actually have a real relationship with. Not sexual, not using the brother. Have a real bond, because these things are going to happen a lot more. With Nia Wilson and her family, what happened with them? She was 18, not knowing. The sister said she had earphones on, they listened to music or whatever. She didn't say she had earphones. She said they had listened to music. I'm assuming they had the earbuds in. My point is this. On BART, public transportation, just because you got a lot of white folk around you, don't think you're safe. You're not safe. Because you are a target. Black man been a target for a long time. But sisters, now you begin to realize you're a target. Sister, she said, a black woman should be able to walk and get on BART without having fear and all this stuff. That's great. In a perfect world, we should all be able to do that. But it's not a perfect world. We're in America. And it's not safe for sisters on the street. Be more socially conscious. Stop wearing these damn earbuds trying to block the whole world out because they got on the BART train. They don't sit down. They don't talk to nobody. Zoning out. I see it all the time. This person could get hit right here. This person could get hit right here, get robbed right here. I see it all the time because I grew up close to the street my whole life. So I'm watching people. Even on BART. I ride BART sometime. My head don't swivel though. Because I don't trust nothing out here. Everybody on the take. There's a lot more homeless in the community. So people are angry. People are upset. People are homeless. Somebody could rape you, rob you, kill you, and just bounce back into the homeless community, and you wouldn't know where they was at. They got no address, no ID, nobody, no job, so you can't track them. So you got to be very careful on BART today. Sisters, I'm telling you, like I said the last video about align yourself with brothers. This is just very appropriate for what's going on in today's society. It's going to get a lot worse because they're getting ready to cut more jobs, they're getting ready to cut more financing, welfare, Section 8. So you're going to be left in a environment to where it's fight, flight, or freeze. You got to decide which one you are. You a fighter, you a flighter, which means you leave and you bounce, you running, or you a freezer, you just freeze up. Her sister, she said she immediately, after she looked at him, he was wiping his knife off, he looked at her, and she immediately started trying to support her sister on the floor. My point is this. She wasn't in shock. It was a surreal moment, true. She still was able to connect to help her sister, but she didn't want to challenge the threat. Because if a man with a knife just stabbed your sister up, you worried about your own life. I get that. But you telling me all these people watching this thing happen on this train. So I'm sure people were screaming. I'm sure somebody screamed and whatnot. And this dude sit there. He had time to sit there and not worry about his own life. And then he left. Where all the men at? To you young sisters. Do you want to date the hard knucklehead on the street? Leave you with children. Abuse you. Mess you up for a good man later on in your life? You shouldn't be dating nobody until you're responsible enough to know what a man look like. Because these cats in the street ain't it. Number 2, sisters with younger children. Don't think because you're in a white man society that you're safe. I don't care how many people on the train. I don't care how many people on the bus or walking at the bus stop. It don't matter because nobody's coming to save you but other black men. Maybe some other people, other races might come. Men gonna step up. Not boys, not hood cats. Men will step up. These little nerdy ass people moving to the cities, they not gonna do nothing to stop nothing. Me and my friends, prime example, a few years back was on the Great Lake Merritt. These 4 young cats was robbing his sister. Okay, she had her earbuds on, zoned out, walking. 10 o'clock at night. Okay, it's well lit around the lake, but it's 10 o'clock at night. We coming from the nightclub. We had the nightclub security, so we ran a nightclub. Me and my security partners. We walking, coming from the bar or whatever, and we heard somebody scream. My other partner heard somebody scream. Rolando. He looked back. So we looked back. It's 4 young cats, 4 young black dudes, probably like, I don't know, 17, 18, whatever, 16, trying to rob her sister with a purse. She got her earbuds in. She's fighting for it. She's a tall sister, but she's fighting for her purse. Meanwhile, family, there's a white couple within literally 10 feet watching the whole thing. There's another man running the lake. He stopped running the lake. He about 20 feet away. There's another man in the street. See, Wolf assessed all of this. Another man in the street about 10, 15 feet away. So collectively, they had 4 people. One couple, literally 5 feet away from her, if not about 5 to 8 feet away from her. They had another man 5 feet away from them, a little further out, and another man in the street. She's screaming, fighting for her purse, and these 4 cats is trying to take her out, take the purse. So Rolando looked back. Rolando looked back. He just jetted out. So we all beeline down there. 4 of us. 4 of us. We beeline down there. We shut it down. There, half of them scattered. 1 dude stayed with him. We shut it down. Gave him a swift talking to. Look, young blood. What the f*** is you doing? This is your sister. Have you lost your mind? Sister was crying. She was upset. I had to hug. I serve this community. I don't know why they treat me like this and all that. I hugged her, consoling sister. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, sister. They're young. They need training. They ain't got probably no father figures at home. Discipline. I hugged her, consoled her. That's my sister. Understand something. We have to stop empowering people to disrespect us. But we also need to stop allowing the mistreatment of our brothers, our strong men, because a brother in need is definitely a brother indeed. Brothers need the support of our sisters. Sisters, you need the support of our brothers, because this is a prime example of many that we get assaulted on the trains, the bus stop, the BART stop, everywhere people go to get public transportation. People are getting assaulted, robbed, and raped, okay? And a lot of them look like me. Females, mostly. But brothers getting robbed, whatnot, in the street, too. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. There's always, if not, it's always somebody there watching. For the most part, during the daytime, public transportation, people watching. But people are not going to protect you. They're going to look out for you. Stop thinking you safe with white folk. I'm just trying to tell you something. Because the police didn't even catch him. Had it been a black man who actually cut a white girl's throat, they would have had his ass downstairs or upstairs and probably shot and killed him on the spot. But this white boy was in the system still. The family is suing the BART right now. They got a lawsuit against BART right now for not protecting them. They have to be security and whatnot, the cameras and all that. They have a video of the stabbing inside the BART train. They don't know penalty, but they have a video of the stabbing. They see the video. They ain't show it to the public. But they also a video of him taking his clothes off in the parking lot, which means he ain't that goddamn crazy. He know we're doing some dirt. My point to you is this. There's no white racist white soldier should be able to come to our sisters and think they can just do that to our people and let it ride. Why do they feel that goddamn confident? Because there ain't no brother stepping up. Had I been on that goddamn train, this would have been shut down. I don't care. I'm not gonna let no dude stab my sisters up in front of me. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna take one for the team. I might get stabbed, whatever. But that white racist motherfucker, he is so lucky there wasn't no real dudes on the train. Because there ain't no way in the world on God's green earth I'm going to let somebody stab somebody, could be my niece. I'm so mad about that. They would have buried that motherfucker. Excuse my French. They would have been buried this motherfucker if I'd have been on that train. I promise you that. On everything I love. He would have went down for the long count. The dirt nap. Because nobody should live. Nobody should live who can just get up and do that. And he had a rap sheet a mile long. They ain't no pushing in the press. He been in all kinds of threatening people's life and other places and stuff. And this dude walking the street and say he was homeless. See, it's always a spin. I'm gonna tell you something, streets. Tell you something. This type of behavior is gonna continue to happen to black people, as long as there's no consequences. I promise you that's what's gonna happen. Because here's the thing: we can't go out and lash out and burn up shit and tear shit up. That's our stuff. We can't do that. But what could happen if this happened? This shit will be shut down. If the streets spoke back, clapped back, and started seeking and find these cats who doing this stuff, not every white person is bad. Not every white person you could trust. Hard to find someone you could trust, I'm sure of that. But not every white person is a murderer and a rapist and a racist. But there's a lot of them are. And also, being a racist undercover, when you don't do nothing, when grown men is right there, that's also, you also continue to, you actually part of the problem too. Because you allow it to be happening. Because you know what they feel? They look at somebody like that, they don't feel no kinship to us. So when they see that, they don't feel nothing. It's not my people. It's not like it could be your Julia or your, Kristen or whatever. It's not. It's one of them. It's one of our people. We the only ones gonna step up for our people. And I'm telling y'all right now, if you want the killings to stop across the country of black people, the streets need to clap back. They need to start back and taking care of business. Because you ain't got to get on there and make no big display. But I promise you, on everything, if these cats was getting seeked out and found on the street, not every white man, this black folks get me mad. Some people in the street do this, what they make a mistake doing. They go out and just randomly just beat on some white dude. Okay, he ain't did nothing to nobody. Why do that? No. You find a motherfucker doing all the dirt out here, that's what you need to deal with. You need to deal with that cat. Don't deal with the justice system don't work for us. Everybody think the law work. The law it don't work for black folks. It never has been designed to make it fair for us. You're going to be waiting on stuff was fair until we dead, until you get old and die. Fair don't work for us in the system that we living in. It don't. So I'm telling you guys, you want to fight each other, you want to do all stuff on the street, hey, save the injury for somebody who really deserved that. These race soldiers. Oh, they ain't said it was race related. They ain't said none of that yet. But it is. I'm sorry. If you that crazy, you can stab the first person you see. No, that's bullshit. He got on Concord when they got on Concord. He waited. He could have stabbed any other white boy on a train or whatever, Asian dude on a train, Mexican, Indian, whatever on a train. He stabbed three. He's going to stab the girls, our women. He ain't that crazy. He ain't stabbed no real motherfuckers on the train, did he? No. So I'm trying to tell you, family, wake up. Sister making alliances with other black men. You ain't got to be on that level sexually with every man you meet. And I'm not saying you guys are. I'm just saying some people's a little loose with who they dealing with. But I'm just telling you, you don't have to go to that level with black men. Find real men and let them know up front what you're about. And stand on your square. Because this time coming, family, that you're going to need to hold on. You're going to need to hold it down be held down by a black man. And if you ain't got no strong men on your team, you don't have a team. And you out here naked with race soldiers everywhere. So just think about that, family. Sorry, a long video. Think about that. The streets need to be more specific about who they deal with. Not every race, not every white person or Asian or Indian or whatever it is bad. Somebody do damage to you and your family. Do you go kill every other black person in the country, in the community? No. You go out and deal with the people who deal with your family bad. We got to be more responsible like that. Somebody deal with your family disrespectfully, you go see them. You don't go see everybody who look like them. You go see them. If we start doing that, guarantee these cats will stop shutting this, be disrupting our communities. They'll stop messing with our people. If we be more exact in our judgment. And that's my word for today. Wolf out.